I took these pictures with my iPhone, and in this video I'll show you exactly how you can capture stunning photos just like these using portrait mode and even Pro RAW. We'll cover all the critical areas like settings, composition and editing, and I'll also share a small secret on how you can get 48 megapixel portrait shots with even better edge detection. So let's start with the settings, because these really do matter a lot. When it comes to portrait mode, there aren't a lot of things that you can set, but what we can activate is grid and exposure preserving. It might seem like a small change, but once we're in the camera app, I'll go a bit deeper on that. Now, if you've got an iPhone 16, you should also select photographic styles, and if you've got an iPhone 15 or better, you should also go into formats and select 24 megapixels. And if you don't, it's not a big deal. What's even more important is that once we're in the camera app, we should go into portrait mode and set the exposure to -0.3. And since we're doing it here, it will only affect portrait mode. The reason behind this change is that the iPhone loves overexposing photos because it thinks you want a bright picture where you can see everything, and also bright pictures tend to attract more attention. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that these are good pictures, and real cameras don't do that. For example, look at this shot. Notice how the iPhone lifted the shadows and made the picture look less pleasing. This is an iPhone trait that gives it away. Even if people don't know much about photography, they subconsciously know that the picture was shot on an iPhone. That's why we want to lower the exposure so we can get richer, more true-to-life shadows and colors. Now, if you've got an iPhone 16, go into photographic styles, select the one you like most. For me, it's standard since I'll be editing the pictures anyway, and set the tone around -50. This will further decrease the fake HDR effect and give you rich, dark shadows. If you've got an iPhone 14 or better, you also have photographic styles, but they work in a different way, so you can't really do that. However, you can set the exposure even lower, like -0.7, depending on what you prefer. Keep in mind that this will only apply to portrait shots. These are all the settings that you need for portrait mode, and if you want to know more about all the other settings of the iPhone's camera, I've got a video on that too. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, a sub to the channel would be very helpful. So, to improve your composition, you have to follow the grid and use the rule of thirds. Basically, this means that you want to place your subject here, here or here for it to stand out the most. These alone will improve your images drastically without any settings or editing applied to them. It's really simple and doesn't require a lot of learning, so make sure to use it. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can get 48 megapixel portrait shots and RAW portrait shots. For that, we need Lightroom or Focus, depending on which app you like most. I personally use Lightroom because I think it's much better, but it's really up to you. Once you've got a great shot in portrait mode or RAW, you can upload it to Lightroom for some fine-tuning. I will use my presets because I've developed a certain color profile that I like, but don't worry, we'll still go through all the settings so you can get a basic understanding of editing. Here are a few shots that I've taken with my iPhone 16 Pro, both in Pro RAW and portrait mode, so let's get to editing. We'll go ahead and start with the first image, and usually what I do to start the edit, I select one of my presets. I like the most the second and the fourth one, and I think that the fourth one looks a bit better here. As you can see, we have desaturated blues, so we'll go ahead and fix that. For that, we'll go into color mix, select the blue, and drag it a bit up. That's how I like it. Then I want to go into oranges and make them a bit more saturated, so it gives the image a bit more warmth. And what I also want to do is decrease the yellows in the background, so we only get the greens. This is what we had, and this is what we got now. What we can also do is go into light and adjust the shadows so we don't see so much of that wheel. We can also decrease the blacks a bit, adjust the exposure, and as you can see, this is the final image. This is what we had, and this is where it's now. We'll go to our second image, and what I want to do here is adjust the level of the photo because it's a bit crooked. So we'll go into crop and select straighten and then auto geometry. Then we'll push the image a bit back so it doesn't crop so much of the photo, and this is what we got. Then I'll go into presets, select the fourth one. Again, I'll go into color mix, adjust the blues. Then I want to go into the yellows and adjust them so we have a bit more color in the background. and also go into the greens and adjust them. As you can see, this is what we got, this is how the image looked, and this is how it looks now. What we can also do is also go into the light and decrease the shadows a bit. By doing that, we'll get a bit more contrast. As you can see, this is how it was before, and this is how it looks now. So what I want to do now is copy the settings from this photo and go into a Pro RAW photo that I took with the iPhone and apply the same settings. As you can see, the image changed drastically, but we don't have that portrait mode effect. So to do that, we'll go into blur and adjust the blur amount. As you can see, we instantly get that portrait mode effect, and it also does really good with edge detection. So now we've got a much higher quality image because it was shot in Pro RAW and 24 megapixels. However, what I want to add to this picture is a bit of highlights. So we'll go into light and we'll adjust the highlights so we get a bit of a dreamy look. This is the before and this is after, and we now got a portrait mode shot that was shot in Pro RAW at 24 megapixels, which is a much higher quality image than this one that was shot in portrait mode. Let's edit one more picture. This was taken in full size in 48 megapixels in Pro RAW, and what we'll do, we'll copy the settings from the previous edit and paste them to this picture. Then we'll straighten the image a bit, go into blur, adjust the blur amount, and you can see how it instantly changes the picture. As you can see, it didn't do such a great job with the edge detection here, but that's not a problem because we can crop the image a bit. And just like that, we've got a 48 megapixel Pro RAW portrait mode shot. What we can also do with this shot is go into light and adjust the highlights, decrease the contrast a bit, or maybe add a bit, depends on what you like. I'll also decrease the blacks a bit, maybe play a bit with the exposure, not too much, maybe add a bit of more yellow into the background, or actually I like it without yellows. We'll add a bit more green. And this is the before and this is after. This is what we've got out of the iPhone, and since it's a RAW photo and not a portrait mode photo, we can also go ahead and adjust the temperature of the photo. If you like it a bit warmer, we can do that. And that's what we can get out of the iPhone. For example, if we go into our portrait shot and try to adjust the color, you can see how the image falls apart pretty quickly. But since this one is a RAW shot, you can play with the temperature as much as you want. So these are the types of images that you can get out of your iPhone. And there you have it, a complete guide to mastering portrait mode on your iPhone. If you want to know more about the iPhone's camera, this video should help you out. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you.